Hi, my name's Louise and this is Plus One Baby, and I talk about things to do with pregnancy, having a newborn, being a parent, being plus one baby. So if you like this kind of content, then please like, comment, subscribe, just so I know the kinds of things that I should be talking to you about. And today I'm going to talk to you about whether you should go to antenatal classes. Some people call them NCT classes, parenting classes. Some people think they're a complete waste of time, others rave about them, and you know, some of them can be quite expensive. So I went to a private bumper baby class, a private antenatal course called Bump and Baby, and they do them all around, definitely London. I'm not sure whether there's other locations, but I know that there are antenatal classes or clubs all around the country, and they can be really, really useful. So I always knew that I wanted to go. I am a first-time mum, and I looked around and I was absolutely shocked. So my baby was due at the end of October, and just after the 12-week scan, when the baby becomes viable, I started to look for classes, and I actually couldn't believe that for the time that my class was available, then for October babies, actually I was the last space that was available on the course. And the course is quite expensive. It was £250, but there were 6 sessions in the class that I went to, covering things from labour to post-birth. There was also a first aid class included, and we also got a tea with all the mums, which was lovely. That was included. So that was around somebody's house, and it was catered for, and it was absolutely lovely way to get to know the mums. But the big thing, the reason why I joined the class was to meet other mums. And as a first-time mum, when you're going through so many things, I think the biggest thing that it helped me out of the antenatal classes was having a close support group of women to get you through. Actually, we all talk to each other on WhatsApp often while we're breastfeeding in the middle of the night, but we have questions for each other. When we were all giving birth, there are actually 10 people in the class, and we've all given birth now, but it was so nice to be able to talk to each other about labour, when we were going into labour, when our contractions were starting, and then after labour. So breastfeeding is so difficult, and it can be really, really stressful, and there are so many stressful things that are going on, and it's just amazing to have a group of women that are going through this at exactly the same time that you can talk to. But I guess, apart from meeting a fantastic group of people, the class that I went to, I found really, really helpful because, being a first-time mum, I had never gone through labour. And I'm sure if you're looking at this video and you don't know what to expect and you're considering about going to classes, the class was great for me because it told you about labour, it told you about pain relief, it taught you about, breastfeeding. That was another session. And I found it all very useful to be able to talk openly with other people about what's going to happen. And the class that I went to, which was Bump and Baby, I thought was absolutely fantastic. It was not preachy at all, and it actually really opened my eyes as to what was going to happen in labour. So, and we also, it wasn't like a lesson, it was a bit more interactive. So we often had to split into groups, and we had to talk about, one of the sessions was around labour, so you had to say what, they gave out cards with different things on, like how many centimetres dilated are you, etc. And you had to say whether you thought that was stage 1 of labour, stage 2 of labour, or stage 3 of labour. And it really, really helped to for me to get me prepared for what was going to happen. The other classes that I really liked was about breastfeeding, and there were so many questions that we all had, and it was just really good to be able to be in the class and sort of get some real life explanations. So in our class they showed us little nappies with different colours of poo and things like that, so at least when I'd had the baby and I was looking at, you know, when you become a mum you're going to be talking about poo and looking at poo quite a lot. So just having been in the class and understanding what the different nappies should look like, and then also again just talking to the support group of women was fantastic. So I'm going to be honest, my husband really wasn't too keen about going to the class. So if, like me, your husband's not that keen, then I think what you need to explain to him is, you know, if you are a first time mum and, you know, it's quite scary this that's happening to you, but you know, the way I explained it was that I really wanted to go to the class to be able mainly to meet other people and to learn some of the basics. And I did explain to him that it meant a lot, and he agreed to come along. And actually, I think in the end, it wasn't as bad as he thought it was going to be. So if you're really considering about, is it worth going to an NCT class, as a lot of people go to that one, or is it worth going to an antenatal class? I think obviously there are so many videos on YouTube. You can learn all of that from YouTube. So if you want to know really whether it's worth the money, I have just moved into the area where I live, and I didn't actually really know many people that lived close by. So like I said, going to the class and having this group of women going through the same thing as me at the exact same time has been a lifesaver. And you know, we meet up all the time. We meet up, say, twice a week, and it's just really lovely, you know, to be able to see the other babies. So if you're considering whether to go to antenatal classes, if you're just going to learn about breastfeeding and those kind of things, that's great. But remember, you are actually going to make, I can see that everybody in my group is really, really friendly, and I can just see that we're all going to be lifelong friends. So, and I think I should do a video on some of the funny things that have been happening on our WhatsApp group, but that should be another time. So please comment or ask me about about Bump and Baby. I can't rave about it enough. Let me know about your experiences with antenatal classes, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks!